Welcome back to our podcast series focusing on the emotional management for migrant women training plan for social workers within the context of migration. In our previous episode, we presented our activity focused on enhancing listening skills within diverse communities. In today's episode, we will share a new activity. I'm Sibel, your host from Puhu Research Turkey, and I'm excited to share this activity.
Today, we will take a closer look at the step-by-step procedure of the table metaphor activity designed to help professionals working with migrant women navigate their stressors and protective resources. I'm Umay, your host from Puhu Research Turkey. Together with Sibel, we will share another activity with you.
Today, we'll be talking about the topic of empathy fatigue and its impact on professionals working with traumatized individuals, particularly migrant women. But first, let's unpack what empathy fatigue is. Umay, can you explain what empathy fatigue is?
Yes, of course. Empathy fatigue, also known as a compassion fatigue, is a phenomenon often experienced by individuals in caregiving roles, where constant exposure of others' trauma and suffering can lead to emotional, mental, and physical exhaustion. To put it simply, empathy fatigue is like professional burnout, resulting from the overwhelming emotional and occupational strain of continuality and revisiting the wounds of those we aim to help. Psychologist Susan Albers sheds light on the emotional and physical symptoms associated with empathy fatigue. These include isolating oneself from others, feeling numb or disconnected, and experiencing a lack of energy or motivation to engage with the world around them. Moreover, professionals working with traumatized individuals, such as doctors, trauma workers, mental health professionals, and those in the field of migration, are particularly vulnerable to empathy fatigue. The nature of their work exposes them to the traumatic experiences of their clients, which can evoke a range of intense emotions, from helplessness and sadness, anger, and burnout. Working with migrant populations in particular presents unique challenges. Professionals in this field may find themselves confronting these effects of traumatic memories and complex life events, which can evoke a myriad of emotions, including guilt, anxiety, and hopelessness.
And while our empathy skills enable us to connect with others and share in their experiences, they can also leave us feeling overwhelmed and burdened by the weight of their suffering. It's crucial for professionals to develop healthy coping mechanisms to navigate these challenges and safeguard their own well being. To parallel this topic, we want you to introduce the table metaphor activity, a powerful tool for promoting self reflection and well being among professionals in the field.
Let's move on to the description and procedure of the activity. Our activity is named Table Metaphor and can be employed both online and on-site. In an on-site setting, the table metaphor activity offers participants a hands-on and interactive experience. Participants gather in a designed a physical space equipped with tables, chairs, and art supplies. The facilitator guides the group through each step of the activity, from the initial presentation of empathy fatigue to the creation of individualized tables. Participants engage in lively discussions as they share their drawings and insights with one another. The physical presence of the group fosters a sense of togetherness and support, allowing participants to connect on a deeper level and draw inspiration from one another's experiences. Overall, the on-site implementation of the table metaphor activity provides a rich, immersive learning environment for professionals working with migrant women.
Is this activity only a face-to-face activity, or is it possible to realize it in other formats?
It's applicable to the digital environment. In an online adaptation of the table metaphor activity, technology serves as the conduit for connection and collaboration. Participants join a virtual meeting space using video conferencing software where they can see and interact with one another in real time. The facilitator utilizes digital tools to present information such as slideshows or screen sharing and guides participants through the activity step by step. Participants use digital drawing tools or share images of their physical drawings to create their tables, allowing for creativity and self-expression in a virtual form. Breakout rooms may be utilized for smaller group discussions, providing an opportunity for more intimate sharing and reflection.
Could you explain the procedure of the activity step by step?
Of course. Before we begin the main activity, we will initiate an icebreaker to foster rapport and engagement among parties. Imagine this. You are in a room with a bunch of other professionals and we are asking to you think about yourself as a table. What material would you made of? Wood, glass, or something else? What shape would you take? Round, square, maybe a bit of quirky. And how about the color? Would you be bright or bold or more understated? The icebreaker prompts participants to envision themselves as tables, contemplating the material, shape, and the color they would embody. This prompts introspection and encourages participants to consider aspects of their identity in a creative manner. This icebreaker is all about breaking down barriers and getting participants to open up a bit. By imagining themselves as a tables, they are getting a chance to think about what makes them unique and share a bit of what with the group. It's a fun way to kick things off, set the tone for the rest of the session. So as facilitators, we can let participants' imaginations run wild. And let's see what kind of tables we have got in the room. It's all about getting everyone engaged and ready to dive into deeper discussions ahead. Now, assume that we have warmed up with our icebreaker and it's time to brief presentation on a crucial topic, empathy fatigue, stressors, and protective research. While the subject matter may sound weighty, our aim is to provide participants with insights that will help them better understand themselves as a professional working with migrants. Our goal is to equip them with the knowledge and awareness to identify both the factors that may contribute to their stress and the strategies they can employ to safeguard their well-being. We will start by creating a table. This step invites participants to envision themselves as a table, which serve as a symbolic representation of their own identities and experience. Participants are encouraged to select materials and shapes that resonate with them, reflecting aspects of their personality, their strengths, and challenges. And by engaging in this creative process, participants gain a deeper understanding of themselves and their unique perspective. Once the tables are created, it's time to share. Once participants have crafted their tables, they are invited to share their creations with the group. This sharing session provides an opportunity for participants to express their thoughts and feelings about their own tables, as well as to observe and appreciate the tables created by their peers. Through this exchange of ideas and perspectives, participants foster a sense of community and mutual support, while also gaining insights into the diverse experiences within the group. Then comes to the important part, identifying the stressors that put pressure on the table. This is where participants reflect on the challenge they faced in their work and personal lives. After sharing their table schemes, participants identify and discuss the stressors that exert pressure on their metaphorical tables. These stressors may include professional challenges, personal struggles, or external factors that impact their well-being. By acknowledging and articulating these stressors, participants gain a clarity and awareness about the factors that contribute their own emotional fatigue and burnout. And finally, we will explore the resources that serve as a feed of the table, keeping it standing and upright. These are the strengths, coping mechanisms, and support networks that help participants navigate the difficult situations and maintain their well-being. These resources may include personal strengths, coping mechanisms, support networks, or self-care practices that help participants navigate difficult situations and maintain their emotional well-being. And by recognizing and affirming these protective resources, participants empower themselves to cultivate resilience and maintain balance in their professional and personal lives. Through each of these steps, the table metaphor activity offers the participants a powerful framework for self-reflection, introspection, and mutual support. By engaging in this creative and collaborative process, participants develop a deeper understanding of themselves and their experiences while also gaining a practical insights and strategies for managing stress and promoting well-being. And we also want to engage in an open discussion to explore coping mechanisms and strategies for maintaining balance in the face of stressors.
What is the coping mechanism?
Coping mechanisms are the tools we use to navigate the challenges of pressures of our daily lives. Whether it's taking a walk in nature, practicing mindfulness, or seeking support from friends and colleagues, everyone has their own unique ways of coping with stress. So, we want to hear from them, from our participants, what are their coping mechanisms and how do they manage stress and maintain well-being.
What considerations should we take into account when evaluating our coping strategies in order to strike a balance between the stressors we face and the resources we have to uplift us?
It's crucial to discuss how we can maintain a balance between the stressor that weigh us down and the resources that uplift us. It's about recognizing when we need to lean on our support systems and finding ways to replenish our emotional reserves. It's also important to acknowledge that not all the coping mechanisms are created equal. Some may be healthy and constructive, while others may be harmful or sustainable. So, let's take a moment to reflect on the coping strategies we currently employ and consider whether they contribute positively or negatively to our overall well-being.
And there you have it. We've reached the end of today's episode where we explored the table metaphor activity designed to promote self-reflection, resilience, and well-being among professionals working with migrant women. We hope you found this journey through the activity useful and empowering. Remember, the table metaphor offers a flexible and creative approach to understanding and managing the challenges of empathy fatigue and stress. Whether you're using clay, paper, pens, colors, or fabrics, the key is to tailor the activity to your audience, creating a safe and inclusive space for exploration and discussion. Finally, please do not forget the importance of feedback. Your participants' feedback is valuable in shaping the activity and ensuring it meets the needs and preferences of participants.
If you have any questions or need further clarification, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. We are here to support you every step of the way. Thank you for tuning in, and we look forward to see you at the next episode. Until then, take care and remember to prioritize your own well-being. Goodbye.
Goodbye.